Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm filming the long-awaited assumptions about me tag. You guys have probably seen this going all around YouTube lately, and I've been asking questions on my Instagram lately, but I just keep forgetting to film it / I'm just really busy at the moment with studying and working. So yeah, I'm sitting down today in my little study and I'm going to read some assumptions about me. So yeah, without any more rambling, if you do enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up for me. Please don't forget to subscribe if you are new. And let's get on to the assumptions and roasting me. Alright, so what do I have on me phone? Someone said, no hate, love you, but you seem like a girl who is still too afraid of lifting heavy because you're... and then it cut off. But I did actually message her and ask like what the rest of it did say so that I could answer it, and she said because you're too scared of getting bulky, which honestly is an incorrect assumption. I would say the first half is probably correct. I am a little bit scared to lift heavy, but mostly just because I do have like bad shoulders, bad knees, a bad lower back just from standing on my feet all day at work. I've literally always worked hospitality, so you stand on your feet for like 8 to 10 plus hours a day. And I also am very like fit and active, so I don't want to injure myself at all. And even though I am becoming a qualified personal trainer, I do know my limits. I don't necessarily need to lift like massive amounts of weight because that's not my goal. I'm not trying to be like a bodybuilder or anything. I'm literally just lifting weights to, you know, better my body composition and make myself feel stronger. But I'm definitely not afraid of looking bulky or anything, because if you guys don't know, females especially, it is really hard to get that bulky masculine look by lifting weights. You really have to eat like a massive calorie surplus and be lifting like super ridiculously heavy weights. So definitely not afraid of getting bulky. If anything, weights has changed my body so much and it makes it look way more feminine than it did before, and I have a lot more shape and definition to me now. So weight training is the best, but I guess I would say I'm a little bit scared of lifting too heavy, but mostly because of injury, not because of getting bulky. That was a really long-winded answer. So someone else said you burp on command. I'm not going to put that on YouTube, but I feel like I probably could. Yeah, I reckon I probably could, but I don't want to put that on the YouTube internet. Someone else said you want to get married and have a little bubba in the next 12 months. Oh, I would say get married is definitely true. I would love to be engaged and married within the next 12 months. Andy and I aren't planning a wedding or anything, so even if we were to get engaged in the next couple of months, like we would probably get married soon after. We're not like wanting to like wait a year and then have a wedding kind of thing. We would have been together for 7.5 years by that point, so definitely ready for it. As for a bubba, I think maybe also true. I am so ridiculously clucky. I love babies so much, and I honestly thought I would be a mum before the age of 25, and right now I am 25, so probably within the next year or two I just want to get my personal training business up and running and do that for a little while and then settle down and have a baby, because I feel like you can be a personal trainer and have a baby and it will still work. So that's kind of the aim. I'm trying to get my business up and running so that I can have a baby and still work from home and that type of thing. So yeah, maybe within the next year or two. So the next assumption is that I assume you're a kind-hearted gal and an awesome friend with a little like monkey face. I don't know, it's coming from you, so I guess I am. I like to think that I'm kind. I try to be kind to everyone I meet, and I seriously can't deal with people who are not kind or don't have manners, or just, you know, I don't know. I feel like I have a kind heart, and people close to me do often say that, so hopefully that's true. And I try to be an awesome friend. I try to be really caring and thoughtful. I mean, the person who commented this, I came and gave you flowers yesterday and baked you a little healthy apple cinnamon bake and bought you chocolates, so does that make me an awesome friend? I don't know. The next one is, I assume that your diets are always on track. How are you just so perfect? I would say that is not true, especially lately. I've been so busy with studying and working and that type of thing that I've definitely been eating way more takeaway food than I would like to admit. But I do try and keep my diet mostly on track. I do meal prep on Sundays for the week ahead, but sometimes I would rather throw that in the bin and go get like KFC, because that is my life right now. but I do try and stay on track, and I'm definitely not perfect. I feel like I found like a perfect balance between eating really healthy but also letting myself not feel bad if I do eat like bad food or takeaway food or anything. So I definitely feel like I have a good balance. It's meant to be like 80-20. I'd say right now mine's about 60-40. So not the best, but yeah, I feel good and that's all that matters. The next assumption is YouTube has contributed to your wealth this last year. I don't know what wealth you're talking about because I am poor. No, I'm not really. I would say yes and no. With the sale of my ebook, it did help me buy my first car, which was so exciting, and I can't believe that you guys helped me buy my first car. Like, that's ridiculous. So I guess in that sense, yes, but I do have a car loan. Like, I didn't like buy a brand new car outright. Definitely not. So I wouldn't say I'm not wealthy by any means, like at all. So I think YouTube it made it a lot easier to be able to purchase things like the car, but I'm definitely not wealthy, so I kind of would assume that is not true. The next assumption, which is also about money, is you're good at saving money. I would say this assumption is true. Andy and I are really good savers, hence why we already like have our first house and we're only 25 and 28. Yeah, we're just really good at saving. We don't like to splurge or buy any unnecessary things. We only really try to have takeaway like once a week, and it's very, very minimal. It's not like $150 to go eat out. It's literally like $20. But yeah, we don't buy anything we don't need basically, and we don't deliberately save money necessarily. We're not like, oh, like we don't need that, let's put money aside. We literally just like come from families that, you know, taught us well when it comes to money and just to save your money, and you don't always need the newest and greatest like things. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I definitely would say that we're both really good at saving our money. The next assumption is Andy grew tired of driving you everywhere, so you got your license, with a little wink face. No, he actually loves driving me places, but I would say until the last like year, he actually never drove me anywhere because I would never let him. I am so used to catching public transport, and I'm fine catching public transport. I definitely don't need like a chaperone, but I do work like 10 minutes from my house, so sometimes if he's on his way to work, he'll drop me off because it's on the way, and same with if I'm closing, he'll often pick me up on his way home from work, so that makes it really easy. But other than that, I do just catch the bus to work, and I catch the bus or the train everywhere else. So the only time he drives me anywhere is if we're both going somewhere together, which is a lot. So if we're going camping or if we're going on a road trip, like, he's already going, so we're both already going. But yeah, I wouldn't say he grew tired of driving me everywhere. And also, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I got my license the other day, so woohoo! The next assumption is that I assume you are really tall. No, I would say I'm very average to height, if that's a thing. I'm like 167 to 169 centimeters, which is like 5'5". So I feel like that's like literally ballpark average that I've heard. So yeah, definitely not tall. I'd say I'm pretty averagely heighted. What? I've got an average height. The next assumption is you talk to your kitty as if it was a human. I know you do. ... Yeah. Not gonna lie, I talk to them like they're babies. Like, I definitely don't like have a conversation with them as if they were like humans, but I do talk to them like they're my little bubbers. Like, oh, you're so cute. If you guys have me on Instagram, which obviously these people do, you probably would see that I do post my bubbers a lot, and I talk to them like they are real babies. It's kind of annoying, but I love them so much. The next assumption is you would love to try F45 one day. Honestly, I don't think I would. It doesn't really appeal to me. First of all, it's so expensive for what it is. I can do that at home or in my own gym, so I don't know if I'm really that interested in trying F45. I think it would be good because it pushes you past your own limits. Like, it definitely, like, if I was to do that circuit by myself, I probably would give up a lot quicker and that type of thing. I feel like if you're in a group environment with instructors, they definitely push you past the limit that you would be able to go. But yeah, I'm just not personally that intrigued by F45, to be honest, so I don't think I would try it. The next assumption is that you are waiting until marriage to have sex. Nothing against like people who do, and for religious reasons and everything, like totally all for it, and I actually like watch a lot of Christian YouTubers, and I love that they have that outlook on life, I guess. Andy and I definitely didn't rush it. I've talked about like this story a couple of times, so I'm not really going to get into it, but we definitely didn't rush it. We waited like a whole entire year, over a year. But yeah, we're not from religious backgrounds or anything, so waiting until marriage wasn't really an issue for us. And also we've been together for 6.5 years, so if we waited until marriage, we would have waited a really long time. The next assumption is that you eat really badly and somehow stay skinny. First of all, I hate the word skinny. I hate it. I don't know why. I'd say this is semi-true but semi-not true. Like she said, you eat really badly, which obviously I don't. I eat a very clean diet. I do like eat out on weekends and splurge a little bit here and there, but most of the time my diet is very clean, so that keeps me on track. And also I do go to the gym like 4 or 5 times a week, and I have a very active job as well. So I feel like all of those things combined definitely keep me at the same weight that I've been. The next assumption is that you are afraid to have kids. Ooh, I'm not afraid to have like kids or babies or anything. I'm so freaking excited for that time, but I am excited, but I am terribly afraid of pregnancy, labor, and birth. They terrify me so much. I feel like if I wasn't as afraid of that stuff, I would have had a baby by now, but I'm literally terrified of like how my body will react through pregnancy, but mostly just labor and birth. Like it scares the heck out of me. I watch so many delivery videos and some of them are beautiful and amazing, and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to have that. And then other times I'm like, nah, I don't want it. I don't want it. So yeah, I definitely am afraid to have kids in that sense, like the actual labor and birth part, but I'm not afraid to have them when they're like already born and stuff, because I know Andy and I will be great parents, and I just cannot wait to nourish and nurture a little kid. Alright, we'll do a couple more assumptions. So the next one is you have always been super sporty. That would be half true. Growing up in the country, most people do play a lot of sports. So I played netball for like 8 years or 10 years. I played basketball for a couple of years, cricket for a couple of years, tennis for a couple of years. I played volleyball. What else did I play? I did a lot of swimming. Like I was literally at the pool like every second day. I don't know, I just grew up in a very sporty background, I guess. But as soon as I moved to university in Melbourne, I stopped playing sport altogether. That is where I gained a ton of weight, and that is also when I started my fitness journey. So I have a few videos on my channel about my fitness journey and how I lost 20 kilos and that type of thing. So I'll link it in the cards above. I should do an updated one very soon. But yeah, I was always sporty until I was like 18, and then it mellowed out. Gained a ton of weight, and then I got back into sports. So yeah. Alright, the next one is a little bit juicy, but it is, I assume that you don't believe in marriage. Oh, I definitely, this one's a hard one for me. I believe in marriage wholeheartedly, but I also believe that like even if you love someone with your whole entire heart, it doesn't always mean that your marriage will work out. I just feel like a lot of relationships do end in divorce or separation, and I feel like it's normal because like you meet someone so young most of the time, and then obviously you grow apart as time goes on. Andy and I met when I was 18, so as much as I want to be with him for the rest of my life, and I hope that we are, I'm not naive in thinking that like, you know, when you're like 60 or 70 or even earlier, like you may grow apart because you've been with that person for your entire life and you've grown so much from like this little baby 18-year-old to like a 50, 60-year-old. I don't know, I believe in marriage and I cannot wait to marry Andy, but I also believe that it doesn't always work for everyone, and there is no point being in a marriage where you're unhappy. And also like if you have kids and they see that your marriage is not like a good environment and a happy place to be, then they're going to think that that's normal when they get married and when they grow up and get married. So yeah, I believe in it, but I don't always believe that it will work for everyone, if that makes sense. I don't know, let me know your views on marriage below, because that would be interesting to hear. That was a sad topic to end this assumption video on, but if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up for me. If you want to be a part of the next assumptions or like Q&A video, then feel free to follow me on Instagram. I will leave it down here. That's always where I ask for questions. And yeah, again, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!